Here we come upon part 12 of He-Man, the Eternity War. This is the unkindest cut of all. Well, this shows here, this is what happened, okay? So, if you recall, Man-at-Arms had to stop the Fright Zone from happening, or the orbital disruptor, that between that and the Fright Zone would help bring about the Age of Horikoth, or Hordak's reign of terror. And so, Roboto was the armor, and Duncan was falling to his death. And this is how he died, and what became of him in death. There's Triclops, of course, because Triclops is the counterpart to Man-at-Arms. Remember when in the cartoon Skeletor needed Man-at-Arms for his evil doings? The hunter hunts his prey, the Technovision detects the dying energy, and booby trap. So he got him. It's unfortunate that Roboto is dead. Was he ever alive? Well, I don't know. Triclops, I heard your clumsy approach to the swamp. It was easy to wire a device to trick your advisor. You are the famed master hunter. Let's see how well you do against the master of warfare. You are unarmed. I'll make it a fair fight. I'm a living weapon, my master's blade. So he takes his blade. So motion sensitive bomblets. Be prepared. That's my motto. But of course he can't really stop Skeletor. Because even though, so what he does, so he takes away his sight. Oh no, we must contain the magic before it releases. It's like, swordsman, you have been tricked. Cybernetic implants, you are blind to that ridiculous. Of course, because Keldor tricked him into following his allegiance. You know, he killed the only father figure he ever had for Keldor to join his army. So that's it. So blind, deaf. So he says, you talk too much. He gets him back. Let's see. So I like this little fight. It's not much, but it's a really good, really good little battle here. And then we get to the slime pit. Everybody remembers the slime pit. It's there to possess people. I never bought. I think my mom didn't want me to have it a long time ago. I don't know. It's a little bit of trivia there. And everything is prepared for your transfusion. So you remember Skeletor is just a floating head because when he sacrificed his life to Hordak for a price to have Hordak get released out of Despondos, and Skeletor failed to do that. Obtaining the blood of Grayskull's heirs, but in the end it was He-Man's blood that freed him, gave him access to the Forge, and allowed him to build a new future. Ironic. Hordak has little use for Grayskull's blood now. This may hurt, my lord. Pain is nothing. So, now he has to get the transfusion, and this will allow him more power. You have done well, Triclops. I indeed have a use for Man-at-Arms. Let him spill more of Adam's blood. So he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He wants power. He wants to control the universe. He doesn't care about respecting humanity. He doesn't care about respecting anything. The unkindest cut of all, right? So, what's he going to do? What can Adam do? Because he's possessed by King Hiss. It's like a veil has been lifted. I was blind, now I see. Yeah, this doesn't go anywhere because, again, you know, he's... Let's get us in focus. Now I don't have to hide how much pride I feel watching what my devices do to people. Wow. Hypocrisy. Pride and pleasure. This is really sad because this is a father figure that Adam has known for years since he was a boy. What He-Man's strength, without his strength, what are you? The coward son of a king, the half-breed failure of a wretched earth woman? That's Skeletor talking. There is no distinction. I am my master's blade. There's a lot of Game of Thrones shit that's happening here. I mean, if you saw this out of context, you think Kevin Smith screwed up. But no, this is the dark stuff that has to happen, right? How did you ever find me, Teela? Easily. With the help of a friend. It's Swiftwind. So Swiftwind helps out. So I can send you through He-Man through the swords. I rejoice that Skeletor is unaware of your bond with animals. Skeletor only cared about Skeletor, right? Because he was usually angry, especially in the 2002 cartoon. He was always angry and mean and vengeful. Here he tries, when he talks to She-Ra, he kind of talks up to her, but only because He wanted her out of the way so he could have all the Eternia to himself, because he knew that She-Ra would get in the way. I really thought he wanted to be redeemed, because that's what you dream for yourself, but you are not the same. You were a victim of Hordak. Skeletor chose his fate. Very true. Chose his fate, didn't give a shit. Let me see. We're going to have to get us back in focus. So yeah, he chose his fate, didn't give a shit. And now we see Kenopi. There is the goddess of Horakoth, and they're going to go into a fight. There is no escape from Horakoth! She-Ra, fly on, find Adam. Hold on, join him while you still can. I hope to see you again both one day. So Teela's got to go and fight. Teela fights. It's the Serpos. So there is the form of Serpos. She commands Serpos. That is the thing, you know. King Hiss was so hell-bent on controlling Serpos that the only way to really do it was through Teela. Teela could do it, but of course King Hiss only cares about power. And I believe these are Skeletor's warriors. They look like the Horde, right? But they might be Skeletor's warriors. I don't know. And there is no escape. And we see more of this fight. And look at this. So there's a whole bloody battle here. And it's like, Adam is already dead. You fool. You poor fool. You understand nothing. That pain once again. He-Man is coming to grips. So he's gotta wake up out of this nightmare. If it was really just King Hiss, then it wouldn't have mattered. Why don't you die? So we're going to see, you know, this internal battle between Hiss and He-Man. Just one more step before we get to the end. You can see there's Teela as a serpent. There's the king and queen. There's Man-at-Arms. There's the sorceress. And this will be tomorrow. Part 12 and 13 we'll get into.